This is Sarah from Huntley Library. I'm going to be reading you another story by Jill Pickup. It's called Monet the Mole. Monet the Messy Mole, actually. But before I start, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about Jill. Well, first of all, Jill is my mum, and she's also a member of the local libraries in Aberdeenshire. But most of all, she loves to write and illustrate her own children's books, and she's written several of these, including ones for her own grandchildren. What she loves to do is write and illustrate the books, because this gives her the freedom of imagination for the paintings and the writing. So when she's doing this, she always remembers the books she read as a child, which she really loved, and she tries to incorporate those memories into her drawings and text. So anyway, let's get on with the story. Once again, it's called Monet the Messy Mole. Monet the Mole lived underground, under a big old tree, where it was very dark. He decided, because he had the name of a famous artist, he should paint all the flowers above ground in beautiful colours. Monet and his wife Petal had a very long sleep in the winter, but now he could feel spring was coming, and when he woke up every morning, he was looking forward to choosing the colours of paint he would use. He jumped out of bed and put on his red dressing gown and set off down one of the tunnels under the roots of the tree. After he had showered, he tucked into his breakfast, and his two little friends, the mice, ate up all the crumbs he dropped, and you can see them sitting underneath his chair if you look at the picture. He said goodbye to his wife Petal and went off to get his paints ready to start painting. His paints were stored safely under the tree roots, locked in a special room behind a big wooden door, which he unlocked with a huge key. Monet's friend, Spotty Spider, kept guard over the door, and if you look very closely at the picture, you might be able to spot Spotty the Spider. There were numerous pots of paint, red, yellow, green, blue, indigo violet. He liked to keep them in order, but somehow they always ended up in a muddle, and they sometimes tipped over. So see if you can point to all the different colours I just read out. Monet had thousands of bulbs stored away underground. Bulbs are where the baby plant is stored, ready to grow, rather like an egg. And here's a picture of some snowdrops. Oh, I think he spelt the word snowdrop wrong. He better go and look that up in a dictionary to see how to spell it correctly. Monet started painting the snowdrop bulbs because they were the first to grow in the year. He painted them with many different colours so they would show up in the snow. He was so excited he flicked his brush from one paint pot to the next and sploshed paint all over the place and knocked over the paint, but Monet didn't even notice. As soon as he had finished painting the huge pile of snowdrops, he moved on to crocus and then daffodils. And if you look behind me, you can see some paintings of daffodils. He was never sure what colour they should be, so sometimes he just painted patterns on them. Very soon he had used so much paint he thought it was time to start planting. He phoned his friend Billy Badger, who was very good at digging, and asked him to come and help. Monet stuffed all the bulbs into an enormous bag, and forgetting what sort of bulbs they were, and the colours and the patterns, he just bundled them all in together so they were all muddled up. So that's the end of part 1, and I'll see you back for part 2.